In this video, I'll be ranking all 8 new weapon categories from Shadow of the Erdtree, ranked from worst to best, breaking down and explaining what makes them good or trash. Also, while I'm at it, I'll be showcasing which are the best weapons within that class. The Smith script throwing weapons. So yeah, this is the first on the list, meaning I think it's the least powerful new category of weapons. I mean, dude, they are fucking doo-doo, okay? Especially after the recent nerf. Half of them aren't even viable, they're just simply not worth using. The only Smith script weapons I think are worth spending any time messing with is the Great Hammer and the Backhand Blade. That's it. All the rest of the throwing weapons are doogie water. I mean, the Great Hammer is fun to use, I'll admit, considering it has such extremely far range. Lobbing a hammer full force, straight fucking spanking the enemy right off their feet is very fun, man. You love to see it. Also, I can give you a quick tip here. The Arrow Sting Talisman has no effect, okay? But the Arrow Reach Talisman does affect the throw and increase the range and the damage as well. So this means the best setup for a throwing Great Hammer build is the two-handed sword, Arrow Reach, Axe Talisman, and of course, the Smith Script Talisman. This will give you the most optimized heavy throwing attacks for the Great Hammer. Perfume bottles. These have been nerfed. RIP to perfume bottles. F in the chat for these little dudes. Now, that's an exaggeration. Though they are not game-breaking anymore, they still have several good things going for them. 3 actually, 3 specific advantages. Number 1. They can still be used as intended. If you aim rolling sparks at the ground, it will no longer bunch up. Instead, it'll negate most of the explosions. So if you aim this at the ground or the wall, it'll nullify the attack and deal very little damage. Regardless, you can still aim it forwards, like what it was designed to do, and it works how it's supposed to. Against a single, small target, yeah, it's dookie trash. But against a group or larger target, it's quite effective. Number 2, they still have utility, like the Madness Perfumer can be used in PvP, or the Poison Perfumer. Instantly proccing deadly poison can be capitalized on in multiple ways. And number 3, you have to realize these don't need to be the main focus of your build. They're such low weight that you can carry them on the side as an alternate form of wide AoE attacks. Great for crowd control. You can simply keep these tucked away, then swap them in for whatever situation you might need. So this purpose alone makes the perfume bottles an effective and useful weapon class. Damn near every build in the game could benefit from carrying a perfume bottle. It's that simple. But in the end, after the recent nerf, I cannot say these are still the best in the game or anywhere close to it. They were before, but not now. Let's all take a moment of silence for the OP broken rolling sparks. We will miss you. Beast Claws. Against enemies who stagger, it's game over, man. Game over. They are done for. This dangerous Beast Claw moveset combos together so smoothly that you can basically stagger lock vulnerable enemies. Beast Claws excel with an aggressive playstyle. The moveset here is very unique compared to other fist hand-to-hand movesets because Beast Claws will pull you forward with each attack combo, draws you in towards the target. Look at this running light attack, man. You literally pounce forward like a fucking saber-toothed tiger. Now this allows you to stay right on the target and stay aggressive. That's the combat strategy when using Beast Claws. And that's why I love these, man. They are very thematic, stylish, like they really fit the part they're supposed to play. And you gotta give them style points for that. You truly feel like a wild animal, ravaging through vulnerable prey. Now as far as which of the two is best, well, we have the Red Bear Claws, which look the best aesthetically. Every man on Earth wants to transform into a vicious red bear. And then we have the Walmart Bear Claws, which is simply Beast Claws with the Blood Flame Blade. Honestly, this Blood Flame version has potential to be the most powerful. Now the Red Bear Claw's weapon skill, Red Bear Hunt, can be quite effective and fun. If you notice, it has delayed hits. Each strike will actually hit the enemy 2 or 3 times. Now you'd think this would be great for consecutive hit buffs, but sadly it is not. The extra hits do not count towards successive attack buffs. So, in the end, the Savage Claw's weapon skill is an all-around better attack, and the Infusible Beast Claws can outclass the Red Bear Claws in most situations. But now, moving forward, we must dive into the fight between which is better, Beast Claws or Hand-to-Hands, which I'm just going to call Dry Leaf. Well, they are actually super balanced. They perform nearly the same number of strikes per second, meaning they attack at the same speed. Count the number of strikes and it is balanced. Also, they have extremely similar stagger power. Their charged heavy attacks deal virtually the same poise damage. Both deal 12 to 15 stance damage per charged heavy. Let me say that again, man. They deal the same stance damage. Dry Leaf arts are not better at staggering. However, Beast Claws do have some advantages. Firstly, they have innate blood loss, of course, and they have a more aggressive moveset, higher movement with their attacks, plus tend to have a higher attack power. Now this is not my opinion, these are all straight facts. So to be honest with you, there's not much at all that the Dry Leaf arts do superior over the Beast Claws. I've only found advantages with the Beast Claws. Now, but all that is just flapping, because one reason above all makes Hand-to-Hands superior. The awesome Jackie Chan fucking karate kick that is the Dry Leaf's jumping attack. You run forward and perform this double heavy kick, dealing just the right amount of poise damage that it feels amazing. It's super fun. So now we come to the deeper comparison of the Dry Leaf arts versus Dane's footwork. Which is better, the Mike Tyson or the Foot Fairy? Well, I have done lots of testing, and my results tell me that when it comes to speed and damage, there's no fucking difference. Like really, there's no discernible differences in speed or damage. Dry Leaf takes 5 seconds to pump out 11 hits, while Dane's footwork also takes 5 seconds to pump out 11 hits. Same time, same speed, while dealing exactly the same damage. However, there are 2 small advantages I can see with Dane's footworks. Number 1 is that the Shattered Stone Talisman will buff Dane's footwork's regular moveset because they are all kicks. And then the second advantage is Dane's footwork's charged heavy combo is 2 kicks followed by another 2 kicks. And each of these kicks stagger the target for a total of 4 times. Now in comparison, the Dry Leaf's charged heavy combo is 2 strikes, then a slow double hit. Using both hands at once, you reach out and grab some titties, get a handful of nips. Now this staggers the enemy a total of 3 times, leaving a higher chance and larger window to get smacked out of your combo. This is significant because you do rely on staggering to give you enough time to perform the full combo. So 4 strikes is better than 3. Therefore, the footwork's heavy attacks are superior. But in general, they are mostly exactly the same. What are your thoughts though on the matter of Dry Leaf versus Dane's footwork? Please comment down below your opinion of it. I want to know what y'all are thinking. However, one final benefit of this class is that they are extremely low weight. Plus, they are quality weapons. They have a balanced scaling of strength and dexterity, allowing them to be optimal on all types of different builds. So, Dry Leaf arts are similar to perfume bottles. You can keep these tucked away on any build just in case the situation arises, which you need to put the dukes up and get tussling, Mike Tyson style.
I had children if I could kick them in their fucking head or stomp on their testicles.
Light greatswords. Light greatswords are the perfect combination of heavy strikes with quick, smooth combos. If regular greatswords, katanas, and daggers all had a threesome orgy and gave birth to a baby, that baby would be light greatswords. Now off the bat, I just gotta say, leader sword is trash, okay? I'm sorry, but it is. Yeah, it looks glorious, it's fun, it's unique, but man, it is underwhelming, especially when you compare it to the other light greatswords. Now the only thing I gotta say about the Rellana's twin blades that you haven't already heard before is the fact that yes, its physical damage scales off of strength and dexterity, while its weapon skills scale off of intelligence and faith. However, it is almost always more beneficial to focus on intelligence and faith over the strength and dexterity. Regardless of your build, you will get much more damage overall by doing this, so intelligence and faith should be the priority. But I have come to accept that the best light greatsword is indeed Milady. Because of this. This right here is why Milady is the best. The Wing Stance Ash of War, which offers you a light combo or a heavy thrusting attack. Well, you can beautifully combine the light combo right into the heavy thrust, dealing 45 stance damage in total. That is lethal, and it feels great to execute. Now, by the way, quick tip for this, the heavy thrust deals pierce damage, which means it benefits from the spear counter talisman, adding a few hundred more damage on top of this already powerful weapon skill. Milady is a dexterity weapon, and though its attack power won't get super high, Milady is very diverse. Lots of build crafting potential here. You can do guard counters with a shield, focus on the swift move set for consecutive attacks, use wing stance for heavy strikes. I mean, there's plenty of different combat styles this light greatsword is capable of performing. Great Katanas. I have to rank the Great Katanas super high. Even though there's only 3 of them, each Great Katana has their own role, their own specialties, or something they uniquely excel at. The Dragon Hunter is a perfect example. It's literally designed for spanking dragons. It's a master at what it's intended to do. Its weapon art gives you just enough range, height, speed, to smack a dragon right in the fucking nostrils for big damage. It's effective, it's satisfying, and fulfills its purpose. Miyazaki said, "I'm gonna need a badass katana with a chic weapon skill mastered in the art of slaying dragons. Whip something up and get it to me by the end of the day, please." And though this weapon is still effective against non-dragon type enemies, it is not the best Great Katana. Now, the infusible Great Katana is reliably effective with great versatility. And then we got the Rakshasa. Style points for this bad boy for sure. Smaller enemies vulnerable to stagger will get plowed through, stack up on the heaviest defensive armor, and perform the unrelenting assault. Solid defense, deadly offense. So, the Weed Cutter weapon art grants you strong hyper armor at the sacrifice of lower defense. You can see right here, once you begin attacking with this weapon, your negation percentages will lower. But this will be most effective against smaller enemies that you can kill with 5 to 6k damage. That's where this truly feels overpowered. Because in boss fights, even if the boss can stagger, they will eventually hit you back. And since you take extra damage while attacking with this, you will be hit hard. Even boasting a super strong defense, you will get sliced up quickly. Now, however, I could overlook this issue if it weren't for one vital flaw. You see, the Dragon Hunter scaling is a balanced strength and dexterity, and that's fine. That's actually perfect because it allows many different types of builds to just pick up and capitalize on this weapon if you need it for slaying a dragon. It makes total sense. However, this, in my opinion, desperately needed arcane scaling. If it just had a C or at least D scaling for arcane, then it would be capable of a higher attack power, plus could have increased its blood loss buildup, even just by a little bit. I mean, come on, dude, it just looks like it scales with arcane. But because it lacks this one vital element, I have to give the crown to the standard infusible Great Katana. Cold infused Savage Lion's Claw all day, baby. All motherfucking day. But it can excel with many other combat styles too. Straight up keen affinity with the Stormblade Ash of War. God damn, man, this is just a simple build, and yet it is devastating. So as you can see, the Great Katana has potential to be very effective with many different weapon skills and build types. Backhand blades. In the beginning, I thought, man, backhand blades are literally just curved swords. Like just a fancier version of dual curved swords. But oh damn, I was so wrong. It's a paired power stance, so it only takes up one weapon slot and is very light, very low weight. Its moveset constantly pushes you with a forward movement, and even has powerful running and jumping heavy attacks. Like dude, the backhand blades blow curved swords out of the water. They make curved swords look like doo-doo hot trash. Now, as far as which out of the 3 backhand blades is best, you might think the standard backhand blade seems too perfect. It is best to use with the unique weapon skills like Blind Shot and Swift Slash. Dude, they even nerfed Swift Slash, and yet it is still incredible. However, despite its extraordinary S-grade dexterity scaling, the standard backhand might not be the best in this class. I mean, listen, the Cursed Blade Cirque is a crouching tiger, hidden fucking dragon, my boy. First off, despite its seemingly poor scaling, the Cursed Blade can actually get a strong attack power with a high dexterity and a bit of strength. Also, it's got a 49 guard boost. What the fuck? Dude, why? Why did... Oh, that's why. That's why, dude. Jesus Christ. Create an entire build around boosting guard counters and Beyblade your way through the entire DLC. I'm about to do that. I'm finna do that right now. I'll say it once, and I'll say it again. The gods of anime are smiling down upon us while using these backhand blades. And finally, the #1 most powerful new weapon category in Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree: Thrusting Shields. The ultimate combination of attack and defense. The double whammy, dynamic duo, the Force Dyad. Alright? Miyazaki wasn't playing games. This is real life. You can block and strike at the same time. It's miraculous. Absolutely astounding work, everyone. Great job. Really, really great. I will say, the one redeeming factor about these thrusting shields is that they deal pierce damage. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, what do you think? Were my rankings correct? Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments, and body slam on that like button if you made it this far. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you later.